Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. On today's episode, we are doing a car manufacturer tier list. And on the other half, we're doing same tier list, but with a Wreckfest vehicles. We'll be rating them. And we even have a special category if you hang out and see what that's all about. And with that being said,
You
let's get
don't
right
want to
into
miss it.
it. So I guess we can get right into this automaker tier list we got here. Starting out with ye old smart car.
So, I don't know. I haven't really worked on a smart car before. I've worked with people who have.
They make good
I
pit
don't know what
vehicles.
it was. I'll tell you what, though, it's hard. It's so narrow, it almost don't go on a four-post
Oh my
if it's
god.
real wide for, like, big trucks.
I will say the most I've ever seen one utilized is in the pits for drag cars. They seem to be pretty utilized there. They make good little
Yeah,
golf
they're pretty
carts.
cheap. So, I mean, they got AC.
Yeah, I don't know.
But,
I mean, C or D. I mean, it's nothing special compared to what all we have here.
yeah, I mean, I'd say D tier. I mean, it's,
Nothing special.
if you want to be
If you want to save some
cheap.
gas,
Yeah, you want to be cheap, save some gas. I mean, more power to you.
I don't really care much about Aston Martins. I mean,
Oh, I like them.
do you? They are nice, like luxury wise. I don't really know much about their
They got
powertrain.
some real nice performance cars.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't really have
Um,
much of a take on them other than I just like
you know,
I
we
don't
don't
know.
see them a lot. Is
Yeah,
our thing. We don't see them locally. Like we saw that one at BTR, I think,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
That
don't
is
even
right.
know what it was.
That thing was nice. I will get. Yeah, that thing was very nice.
I I know the DB12. That's the one I know. It's more of like a luxury style. I think that's what we saw though.
Probably. I don't know. It's tough to say.
It's a 4-liter twin turbo V8,
Jeez. Okay.
670 horse on those. I feel like that's what we saw just from the front, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was blacked out, I remember. Crazy I can remember that, but not like what I ate a few days ago.
Yeah. It's just being a mechanic.
So I don't know, I would put it at A tier. It's one of the brands that, you gotta
Gotta
be
respect.
pretty well off and, they have a good past and you know what you're getting when you buy one.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say.
Very reputable.
Yeah, they're just like a nice performance luxury car. I would love to have one.
Yeah. So what do you have
Great
on Holden?
quality. Holden, I mean, I don't see a lot of Holden, obviously, but
Yeah. A lot of Holden
you know
badges.
what we do have of pretty much Holden here. The pretty much same cars, GTOs, G8s.
Yeah.
I like them. They're not bad. I mean, they're pretty. I don't know if they're the same in Australia or wherever. Like as far as like I know they're not primarily GM. I know or I keep saying Aston Martin. I know Holden uses Ford engines too, I think, and maybe even Dodge over
Jeez.
there. So
A lot
unless
of
I'm
people.
tripping,
A lot of people are going to die on the hill of Holden. It's a nice Australian car. I'll give it that. But I don't know. I could think of a different, like the AU Falcon. I'm real big on the
yeah,
Falcon as far as it comes to Australian
yeah, the
cars.
Falcon's pretty cool.
It's kind of like they're like just, Crown Vic. Like not really Crown Vic, but like it's just like their run down muscle car. Like kind of. I like it.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty cool. Can't hate.
I don't really care necessarily where we put this. It doesn't. I mean, other than just the up badging, I can't really say much about them.
Yeah, I mean you just don't see them, man. I've seen like one.
Yeah, and
So
yeah, we saw that one at BTR. That man,
yeah,
yeah, that I think that's the only one I've ever seen in person.
I would go C tier. They're just
If you
they're
know,
like your Chevy of anywhere else.
yeah. Speaking
But
of,
to us, they're not attainable, so
yeah,
gotta put it lower. So I don't know where you got Chevy.
I don't know. You just can't.
Mr. Bow Tie Till I Die.
I've had a lot of them, and they've never done me wrong. I
Have they not?
no, I don't. I mean, my Colorado, it could have had a lot longer life if I didn't total it. I mean, I've wrecked a lot of them, and they've held up a lot better than I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be so indifferent. I'm a big Chevy guy. Like, I love the Silverados. I love almost every product that they make, even going to like the I can't think of that specific car that I'm trying to find for gas. I think it's called an Avo or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I mean, I'd even take a Spark if I could find one just for gas, save gas mileage. Like, I don't know. I'm a big Chevy boy.
I mean, fair enough. I'm a Chevy guy too. I think as far as the truck lineup, they're pretty good now. The diesels might have been a little botched not too long ago, but
yeah. I mean, it's just like any other diesel too. If you want to talk about those, you got the LBZ. I mean, that's like one of the best like diesel engines. Whenever you start talking about that, paired up with an Allison Trans, I mean, you got people always said if an automaker pairs up something with an Allison Trans, like they're gonna have a truck that isn't gonna go down, and they're right. The LBZs, that's why they're so hard to find anymore.
I mean, a good transmission really makes a difference when you're pulling. I'm sure most people understand that, but transmissions see a lot of. The more load and heat you put into one, man, it can be rough on.
Yeah, that's why it was a no-brainer for Chevrolet to get that Allison Trans. That's they're known for being that kind of strength.
Oh, and they got Borg Warner / Tremec.
Yeah, true, that too.
Because Tremec is technically Borg Warner. Oh, they bought Borg Warner and put their name on it.
I kind of want to save S tier for something stunning.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I would go B tier. Now, to say there aren't cars I would put above an Aston Martin, there might be a few when it comes to just performance, but it'd be hard to put it over it, honestly. You agree, or?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent because I kind of agree with you. There are, if you look at it car to car or like models to models, there's definitely a lot more desirable Aston Martin models than there are Chevrolet models. Like I said,
yeah.
I would rather take any Aston Martin over a Spark, an Avo, a Cruise, any sedan commuter Chevrolet. But whenever I look at Aston Martin commuters, I'd take any of those any day of the week. A nice Aston Martin commuter is probably just as fast as our cars, like a newer one.
Oh, probably faster.
Yeah. So,
probably like as fast as a ZL1 or GT500.
So you've got that luxury commuter that can also boogie. You can't really ask for much more than that.
Yeah, and there are some really low tier cars, and I'd say all our big three domestic automakers.
Yeah, and there's also those particular cars that have such extreme issues that they're not even worth buying. It's like what is it? It's the Traverse. Maybe it is a Traverse. It's difficult deviating some of the GMC Chevrolet stuff, but if it's not the Chevrolet Traverse, then it's the Chevrolet equivalent. They were notorious for, I believe it was the 1.6 or 1.4, like just.
Oh, that's in the Cruise.
Well, they were also in the Traverses because I watched a video about that not long ago.
They put that in the Traverse.
They put that thing in everything. They put it in the Traverse,
that's a big SUV.
Yeah, yeah. The Traverse and the Terrain of Chevrolet, they also had that 1.6. So this engine that they put in several bodies had mechanical failure to the point to where there was a recall.
Wasn't it like piston rings or something? And turbo issues too.
There was more than just like block. Like there was a lot of issues, like you said with the turbos. It was a pretty crazy list of what issues this engine had at low miles.
I never did work in the Chevy field too much compared to Ford, so I didn't see that. But I did know from other people that the 1.8s were junk.
And I even heard the diesels that they put inside the Terrains. They're also a kind of a problem child.
Yeah, I've never worked on one of them.
I mean, just ask yourself, if you see an engine like a diesel engine, something that kind of sticks out, and it's not in any other models, like newer models, that's kind of a telltale sign that maybe it didn't work out for them.
For sure. I mean, that's just common sense. You should definitely look for engines that have been used in a lot of platforms with any car.
Yeah.
Just because
Like parts, they made more.
it's going to be more reviewed, more tested.
Definitely.
It's like the LS or 50, it's in everything.
Yeah. So I have no idea what this is. I mean, obviously
Yeah, I
it's foreign.
think I've seen that before. I don't know what they're called. Man, I want to say that they're over,
I want to say it's a
way out
Swedish car
west.
maker because that looks almost. I don't know. I'm probably speaking out of tongue, but yeah, that kind
I
of
don't know.
looks
I
Swedish
guess
to
we
me.
just gotta put it. What's that? I really can't say nothing.
Yeah. Jeep. I'm gonna throw some shade. I hate Jeep so much, and it's not because
Yeah.
I hate the Jeeps themselves. I just hate like the freaking cult following that they have. It's so annoying. When you have, I understand it's desirable, but when you have it's the same thing with the Ford Bronco. When you have a like 2018 or a newer Jeep going for just the same, if not more, than a older Jeep, like they're just all so expensive for no reason at all, just because they're desirable. And the Jeep trucks, dude, like, golly, I'm with my wife on this one. They are ugly. Like, they are absolutely ugly, in my opinion. Y'all can hate all you want
wouldn't own
to.
one.
Like, I don't know.
So
I'm not big on Jeeps. If I'm going off road and I'm getting a truck, that's just me.
yeah, I'm not a big Jeep person. Like the Renegades, not a fan. The 36s, whatever's in the Renegade, I can't remember. Not a big fan. And then, I don't know. There's just something about Jeeps that I've never been a fan of, unless it's like a Trackhawk.
I was gonna say the only
I
thing
think
I
it's
like.
being a mechanic, seeing all the shitbox Jeeps with the shitty lifts and everything. Like,
Yeah,
it just makes you not like them as much when they come in.
yeah. The only redeeming thing for Jeep for me would be the Trackhawk, which is awesome. But like you said, working on them probably ain't very fun. They're expensive
Especially
too.
the rust bucket, lifted ones that go to Del Hollow every weekend.
But the bad outweighs the good because you got like one decent vehicle that everybody likes, and the rest of them just like mall crawlers, pretty much.
Well, I mean, with all what we said, I still got it in C tier. I would still have it over a smart car, like a Grand Cherokee over a smart car. Yeah,
Yeah.
A Renegade over one. Oh yeah, I probably would.
So Opel,
So
huh?
I don't know much about Opel.
I don't either. Obviously it's
I've heard of
overseas.
them. I want to say that they're in Australia.
Oh, you think it's an Australian car?
I don't know if they're manufactured there, but I think they're in Australia.
Okay.
God, I feel like I'm. Okay, it's German manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
Almost looks like they use Chevy bodies. This one looks like a 57 Bel Air.
Oh, wow. Is it a modern car?
No, this is like our old one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say a
Oh
modern.
yeah, a lot of their new cars here I've never seen. They got real modern cars though. So, it seems like they're probably one of Germany's bigger. It's weird. The U.S. has a weird car market.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like they even have like a performance SUV lineup or something. I don't even know.
Huh.
Maybe this is not real. I don't even know what I'm looking at, dude.
Oh, got Volkswagen. I like the older ones whenever people build them, but other than that, I guess you kind of would have had to have grew up around them to like them because I'm just not a big Volkswagen fan unless you rattle off some model that I'm not thinking of. Because when I think of Volkswagen, of course, immediately I think of the Beetle.
Really, the first thing I think of is the shitbox Jetta with like a hood exit.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is Volkswagen. Also the vans, I do like the old vans, but like you said, the Jettas. Oh my God, they are just atrocious.
What about the Golf GTI R32?
I mean,
Ours.
those
I
are
like those.
Yeah, but those are the cackle tune guys. Like those are the
I
guys.
like them, but the people ruin them. Yeah, I agree, but I like them. Like we got one customer who autocrosses his, and I love it.
Yeah,
No annoying cackle tune, just a nice street tune for Matt.
They do look nice. I will
Well,
give
no,
them
they
that.
got dyno tune.
I'm not going to be too particular where I put Volkswagen at, so I'm just kind of going to give you free reign on this.
I'd have it with B tier. They seem pretty like the Golfs. I can't like the GTIs. I don't know about other Volkswagens, but I mean, just from what I know about the Golfs, they seem like good cars. If you don't, mod them or nothing, they seem reliable if you leave them stock.
See, now we talk about a brand that is like, you just can't put them down. I just can't think of a Toyota that they've made bad. Like, it's, you've got the Supra.
I know one I don't like.
What you got?
The Sienna, the SUV.
Okay, I don't know that one off the top of my head, what problems it has.
God, I just worked on a piece of shit one that really rubbed me wrong.
Yeah, but you got to think of all the years of trucks. Like, their even modern truck is super cool.
No, I love Toyota. Don't get me wrong.
I'm a
love
Chevy
the
guy
brand.
through and through. Like, I'm even like still a truck guy deep down. And in my opinion, Toyota's making the best truck right now as far as aesthetics looks. It just looks so good.
Tacoma, man.
Yeah, the Tacoma, the Tundra, they look so good.
And the Maverick looks pretty good too.
They were one of
Ford
the
Maverick.
they were one of the first ones to have that whole dropping back glass, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's a dope feature. Probably wouldn't use it
Yeah,
that
I
much,
like
but that's cool.
Toyota. You got Supra, Corolla. Like, you got reliability. You got your Corolla.
Mm-hmm. You got your trucks, you got your
Supra.
supercars, like you got everything. I mean, Toyota is just Toyota.
Yeah, I don't know what cars got it, but I'm sure a car had to get an NA2J in the 2000s. That's reliable. Like, NA2J is
Yep.
not blowing up.
I
It's
mean-
overbuilt. Like, it is just going to take any abuse.
I mean, the Lexus IS300, that's got a NA2J in it.
Well, it's Toyota.
Yeah, right. But we'll come up on Lexus. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Toyota, and just because of their reliability and just like what I'm saying is it's up there with Aston Martin, where there's just like, it don't matter what, other than that SUV you're talking about. It seems like for the most part, any Toyota product you get, you're gonna get something that's both reliable, like it looks cool, like halfway decent, and it's a Toyota. They run forever.
I would say not as much anymore as they were.
Okay, yeah, but it's hard to find a reliable car anymore, and that seems
Man,
kind of
I'm
odd.
telling you, Toyota in the 2000s and 90s, they were putting out reliability.
Oh yeah,
Like, straight up, it was not breaking. And it seems like here lately, I'm not in the Toyota shops, but if it's not a Supra, if it's not, a sports-oriented car, seems like they're not built as tough. Like, they seem to have,
so you're referring
issues
to like
over time.
the dailies, the Camrys,
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
No, I don't work a lot of Camrys. I can't say for sure, but it does seem like there's a trend with manufacturers that were putting out reliable cars, or a lot of their base cars aren't as reliable, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it almost like they just want you to come back in the shop and get your stuff worked on.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a
money
design
scam.
point. Like I don't know if it's just poor engineering, designing, testing. I don't know.
Okay,
But I would still put Toyota in A tier.
A tier. I just agree so much.
It's really like the Chevy of Japan.
It is.
But just that I like their lineup a little better.
Yeah. So Ram, it's hard to account some of the non-truck stuff because
Ram is truck now. It's not Dodge, right?
Yeah, that is true.
We got
So
Dodge
yeah.
in here, don't we? Let's see. Oh, dang, we got a lot more.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Dodge is in here. So okay, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're just
Ram is
counting
just
Ram
the
trucks. So it depends on what Ram truck you have. Do you have a 1500 or a 2500? Because this really changes the dynamic.
Also, you got to take into account the TRX.
TRX.
Yeah.
We don't count that as just the 1500 though. Who's having a TRX?
I just like the second gen drags them down so far for me because I hate second gens. They're just like garbage on wheels.
Dude,
Like
they're not. They're good sometimes, but
I don't
Man,
care.
I hate second gen owners.
I don't care how built your trash can on 20s is. Like, I hate it, dude. I hate your second gen so much. I don't care what you've done to it. There's not a second gen that I like.
I love second gen owners because they just crack me up.
My dash ain't even cracked that much. It's got like a freaking hunk missing out of it. Like,
There is no dash, homie.
yeah.
It's
Like,
frame.
you might as well just take that whole dash out and save some weight. Like, I don't get it. I don't. But
But when we start talking about 2500s, man, they are S tier liability.
yeah, they
Like,
don't go down. The Cummins, dude, you can't beat the Cummins engine. You know, then the third gen. I love the third gen Dodge Ram. I had one. I'm like, that was my first truck I learned stick in. I love third gen Rams, and even the fourth gen Rams. I don't like them as much, but they're not much different.
I do like the fortunes.
I like the fourth gen gas trucks. Like some people be building them
that's
things,
what
like
I'm talking
slamming
about.
them down. As far as lifting trucks, I love the third gens. As far as slamming trucks, I love the fourth gens. Like I'm pretty particular on my Rams, but
Yeah, pretty much the same here. I would say it's really with every manufacturer how I feel.
yeah, there's always a bad egg in the bunch. And that's your dang second gen.
Yeah, it would be the equivalent of the OBS Chevy. to
Yeah.
me.
I'm kind of feeling.
Anyways, where do we got Ram? I'd say B tier. I wish we could have just Chevy trucks.
Yeah,
Like we could have. Maybe we can do like a truck episode.
yeah.
But anyways, on to one I think you have a good rating for.
McLaren?
Yeah, you a McLaren boy.
I mean, not really. I mean,
I thought you were. I thought you liked McLarens.
I mean, I don't really like supercars now that I've, like kind of come to the conclusion that, none of us will ever own one. I mean, they look cool.
We just ain't entrepreneurs or got a good hustle going, I guess.
We could almost just have a separate category for supercars just because they're all just kind of like, they're unobtainable.
Yeah, but
it's
I mean,
like,
with that being said, McLaren does seem like one of the supercars I would own.
yeah,
I love their use of technology.
yeah, and they seem to have been ahead of it for a long time. McLaren has.
Yeah, they seem reliable, man. Like, when do you ever see one catch on fire like a Ferrari or Lambo or something?
Right. I don't really care where this goes, honestly. It's the supercars I'm just kind of going to be like free willy
I
with.
put it back A tier just because I don't know enough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really hard for one to get S tier for me.
So
I know of one or two maybe.
Definitely, I don't think either one of us knows what that is. It looks like half of my company's logo.
Nah, I don't know.
So Lambo, kind of.
Man, I've always been a Lamborghini fan at heart.
I even like the
ever since I
hatchback
was a kid.
Lambos.
I would even take a shitbox Gallardo. Seem like fun cars no matter what. But I definitely can't put them S tier as much as I do love the Aventadors and the Veneno. I always thought the Veneno was cool, even though there's only a few that will ever be out.
Yeah.
They make the Hurricane too. I like it. Huracan, however you say it.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was pronounced, Huracan.
Yeah, I definitely got an A tier. I'm kind of close to that S tier on it, but I ain't.
Not quite there.
I ain't gonna put it S tier. I don't think I can put it above a few other brands.
The only thing I like from Mercury is the dang man. What is that thing called? It's
Cougar?
No, it's the Crown Vic of Mercury.
Grand Marquis.
No.
No,
God, what is that thing called?
the Grand Marquis is the Crown Vic.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I worked on Mercury, Ford, and Lincoln.
Man, I know that.
Unless you're talking about the Mark 7 or something like the 4-valve that was in them. Because they did have the 4-valve in the Mercury Mark 7s before they had them in the Termi, but they weren't supercharged. Marauder? Are you talking about the Marauder?
Yes, I'm talking about the Marauder. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I like the Marauder.
I started to look
it's
it
4-valve
up.
too, I think, ain't it?
I'm
yeah,
not
I like
sure.
Marauder. I pretty much got Lincoln in B tier, or Mercury, my bad.
Yeah.
Mercury, not Lincoln. God, I would not put Lincoln B tier.
I feel a hot take coming. What about Bugatti?
So this is the one I got in S tier.
Okay.
I really don't think it gets better than a Bugatti.
They're all
You know,
handmade. Like,
people really don't understand the Veyron for its time. You got a quad turbo. What is a V16?
yeah, I think it's a V16.
Yeah, I think it's a V16. Okay, you got a quad turbo. I don't know how much boost it's running, but it's got to be running some boost, even though it's a big displacement engine. But that sucker on 93 is making 1,000 horsepower. Like,
And that was forever ago,
hats
too.
off. Like, yeah, and this is what I'm talking about, because like I can do that today with like a blower car if you give me some methanol. But this didn't even have methanol or nothing. Like, it was low timing. I just don't think people understand. And the oiling system is supposed. I'm pretty sure it's like out of this world. It's dry sump, obviously.
So
I don't know how they manage intake air temp and heat, but surely it's pretty good at it. I'm gonna say.
I mean, clearly it was making 1,000 reliably. Like, you ain't out here pushing something to its limits with timing and fuel.
And they're one of the oldest manufacturers. Like, I think they're older than Chevy and Ford.
Yeah.
No, not Ford, but they're older than Chevy, I believe.
Well, they're owned by Volkswagen, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're just seriously one of the best manufacturers. The quality is out of this world, especially like the interior. It is a luxury performance car. It is everything you could want.
And stick shift, too,
I
H-pattern.
don't know about that. I'm pretty sure it might be gated. Like, they might have a gated H pattern.
Okay.
But I think the Veyron was all automatic, unless I'm crazy. Now, Koenigsegg is another one I got in S tier.
Really?
Yeah, I love Koenigsegg. I think they have really great, cars, and you don't see them a lot. They're European as well, but it seems like they really, like, a few years ago were really on it. Like, I remember when Free Valve came out, everyone was so hype about it, and it's dead now. It never went nowhere really, but they do have some really cool cars. The Agera, I believe it's called. I always thought that thing was so cool, dude.
I mean, they're like practically F1 cars,
Dude, they're like stupid fast for no reason. We'll never own one or see one probably.
So the Bugatti Veyron
Lancia.
was the first incorporate dual clutch, high-tech, high-performance in 2005.
There you go.
I
DCT.
was pretty sure.
Thank you, Bugatti. I love my 10-speed. Or not 10-speed. I love my 8-speed in the GT5.
I was almost sure that the first Veyrons were stick shift. Anyways,
I didn't think they were. But they were the first ones to be doing crazy trans stuff too, apparently.
yeah. I have no idea what this is. So.
Lancia? I don't know about them, but I know them.
Yeah. And Lotus, I know of that one car that's like in every video game, but that's about it.
Yeah, you can get some cheaper Lotuses. I really don't. Yeah, I'd have them probably B tier.
Yeah.
Maserati. See, I never knew much about Maserati until more recently.
We need a more expensive
And
tier.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know the reliability, but I've heard pretty bad about their newer lineup.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know how I feel about Maserati. But we're going to put it in what's that just because I don't have enough experience.
What about a Saturn?
Saturn.
Because I just think,
God, I know.
I think of just junk cars whenever I think of Saturn.
What do you think of Mike's? Is that why?
Yes, I
His
do.
is such a rust bucket.
Like, I just
With that being said, talk about a cheap daily.
yeah, but it's like a gamble. Like, is it gonna blow up tomorrow?
No, like they have GM engines. They're reliable.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're GM.
I didn't know Saturn was GM.
Yeah. I would have them C tier. I'm not gonna have it over a GM. It's the low tier.
Yeah.
I got Mitsubishi.
Sheesh. Got the Eclipses.
The
but
inner JDM boy in me really wants to put this like higher than it.
the Eclipses are getting worse though. Like, they're God. I mean, I like Gunner's body style clips, but I don't like it as much as I like the older ones.
It's just for the fact that it doesn't have the engine that I would want.
Yeah, you get
4G,
4G,
63,
420, 420. God, I can't remember what the rest of that engine.
428.
Yeah, maybe it's 420A. Yeah, that was the.
I don't know if that's that.
There's the 420A, and then there was the 4G 64.
64, yeah, the 63 is in the Evo. The Evo is what got me getting this in B tier. And the first, second gen Eclipses. The first gen's not as much, but second gen looks really good. I like the first gen though, you know.
So is Plymouth that old like 60s body style?
Mopar,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
God, I love old Plymouths.
It's hard to put
you
those
know,
down.
we weren't around. We weren't around for the prime.
So was the Plymouth the God, I'm gonna get like.
Well, you know what? You know the most modern Plymouth I can think of?
What's that? Is it a van?
The Prowler.
What's that?
That old car, not old. Old, it's not old. It looks like an old car, but it's new. It's kind of like when the PT Cruiser came out. They came out with a Prowler before it, I think. And it's a V6, I believe, but it has like a muscle car look. You look it up. You've seen one, I'm sure.
You said it's called a Prowler?
Yeah. If we're just gonna talk Plymouth that I know, it's muscle cars. And I got that shit in like B tier.
Yeah, the Prowler is hideous.
Yeah, I'm not too big on it. But when you talk about like Plymouth GTX 440
What about BMW?
and Roadrunners, then I'm all about it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
BMW,
I mean, the M3s are like dope. I mean, that's pretty.
they have one of the best engines to just do bolt-ons in a tune I've ever seen.
Yeah, and you get 500 horse in like a super light car.
It's just, man, some Beamers are shit boxes.
They are. They're like, I would say they're one of the most ruined cars in the car scene. Like,
see, I like Beamer, but I don't like Beamer. I've always wanted an M3 GTR from Need for Speed.
yeah, but you gotta look at it. That's like one of the only like cooler cars that they have is the M3.
Oh, they only made one, so
Yeah.
I'll never have that one. But I would, you know, M4, M2, M3, I like all those. M5s are okay, I guess. I'm not as big on the bigger bodies. But as far as like the base models, the reliability is what really kills it for me. I've worked on one or two, you know, water pump. You know, it seems like every one of them fucking coolant. Something with the cooling system's always failing.
Yeah.
I would have it C tier. Some of the luxury ones and the performance ones, I would have as more A tier, top of A tier. But when you consider their mid tier cars that I have dealt with, you know, I can't put it too high.
We got Ferrari here. You know, I don't really.
I mean, I can't put Ferrari over Lambo, but I definitely got over Chevy and Lotus.
So top of B tier. Back of
A tier.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Ferraris. You know, obviously I've not worked on one, but I've been. Hayes worked on one. I've been right by it. You know, I pretty much seen what was up with it. It's the late 90s.
Yeah.
Same one that was in that first Fast and Furious film, the F355. Pretty cool. It's a small V8. And then like the older F40, F45, all those are cool too. But, you know, haven't dealt with much, so when they're LS swapped, they're pretty cool, I know.
Okay. So we got Chrysler. And I'm
300C, buddy.
A 300 is the most notorious, terrible Chrysler ever made.
What are you talking about?
There's
way worse Chrysler.
I've been doing a lot of research here lately, and the Chrysler
town and country, dog.
Yeah, the town. I've heard the 300 is a piece of crap. Like that's why they don't even make them no more. It's just because they have so many problems.
It's a Charger. What do you mean?
Dude, I'm just telling you, like the other than the motor, like my coworker just got one, and he's already he just got it like a few months ago, and he's already had to do all his brakes. He got stranded for some other reason. His traction control sensors went out. Like literally everything in that car just went out in like the 2 months he's owned it. And I've been like seeing a lot of stuff online.
Low speed sensors and brakes, like maintenance.
My coworker, he used to run a buy here, pay here lot, and he said like the 300s he would not buy them because he just like he had so many people
I
just
mean,
like
the
have problems with
V6
them.
ones I agree, but the V8 ones I like.
Yeah, I think it's mostly the V6 ones. I mean, they're just like an off-brand Bentley. That's what it is. Like as far as the
That's what
aesthetics,
everyone wants it to look like.
yeah. I mean, I don't really care for Chrysler at all. Like you said,
C
the Town and
tier for
Country.
me. I don't have a GM equivalent, you know.
Yeah, a Hyundai.
Hyundai is straight D tier, dog.
Yeah, I'm nothing crazy.
Hyundai is shitbox, fucking unreliable piece of shit.
Got
Got old caddy.
the Cadillac. You got the CTSV. You got like the Escalade. Like I don't know. I can't.
Cadillac goes A tier.
I can't think of a bad Cadillac. I really can't.
Cadillac gets all the good stuff from Chevy. Oh, DOD keeps failing and everything. Okay, Escalade get engine with no DOD. Like it's like that's Cadillac. Or like now to say some Cadillacs don't have some experimental technology that totally backfired would be a lie. When it comes to modern Cadillac, you got a lot of luxury because they aren't just exactly rebadged Chevys. I mean, they do get some nice interior differences.
Yeah.
But as far as frame, powertrain, braking, maybe not braking, they might get bigger brakes, but for the most part, it's pretty similar to the Chevy. It's just a lot nicer, more refined. And then performance, obviously, you got the real high tier performance, CTSV.
So we got the Subaru. You know, immediately I think of the WRX and the Outback.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm not a Subaru guy. I've been around a few Subi guys because obviously being a mechanic, you got a few Subi guys that need help.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a Subi scene in not really Glasgow anymore, but obviously Caleb was our Subi guy.
Yeah, and Dylan.
And now it's Bowling Green. I see quite a few. You know, I had one at the shop here lately.
Yeah.
So, you know, aside from performance, which I'm still, you know, I'd put performance higher than I will the rest. They don't seem unreliable or nothing, but I wouldn't choose a Subaru just because getting parts for it's going to be a bitch and expensive.
Yeah.
And where's the closest dealer? You know,
True.
like,
You can't find nobody work on domestics anymore. Or, sorry, imports. And if they do, they want a lot of money.
I don't think there's a Subi dealer in Bowling Green, is there?
If there is, I don't know about it.
I don't know where they be coming from. I have it, you know, C tier. Now, the WRX, aside from the unreliability, it is a nice car, and I would put it B tier.
A lot of people have
Like
a lot of
the
problems.
SDI.
Yeah, a lot of people do have
Oh,
problems
yeah, I
with
mean,
it.
definitely, but I like them.
So, Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, we make these parts at my work.
I mean, what can you say? We don't really see a lot of Mercedes. They usually go to the dealer.
Yeah, AMG parts, like, I mean...
AMGs are cool if we're talking performance, but you're never going to see one.
No.
So I really can't, you know, I just can't say enough, really.
I can say...
You know, I know some of the older Mercedes, you know, they're traps. I know that much because they depreciate like a motherfucker. And then people will scoop them up and they have all these issues.
Yeah.
But as far as new ones, I can tell you so much if they're like that. Like the AMG wagon, I know it's one of the most reliable vehicles. Cool. But again, not going to see those around here. I can't really, you know, count that.
Yeah. We've got a Rolls Royce. Rich boy.
I would say S tier just because, again,
Baller.
same thing as Bugatti, but a little more on the luxury, less performance side.
They're heavy, too. But, you know,
But man,
a lot of
they
people
have
ain't
some
racing them.
fucking engines in them, though.
Yeah, V10s, I'm pretty sure. V10 or V12. Fisker, I don't know anything about.
I don't know.
Alright, good. I've heard of them, but got Lexus. Caleb's
Lexus is
eyes
kind of hard for me because I think of the LFA and my heart gets all warm and fuzzy, and I'm just like, man, S tier. But then I think of some of the more basic commuter cars they have, aside from the IS300. I'm just like, man, I wish they, you know, I don't see them, but I wish they had more cooler cars in their lineup.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000,000%. The
So I just got a B tier aside from the LFA, which is a S tier, just because it sounds so good.
yeah.
Everyone knows that though.
Porsche, I want to put up with the supercars for sure because man, the Carrera, the 911,
I got an S tier.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like up there with the
Now it
supercars.
depends on what Porsche you got, but even a base like Carrera, man, they're so nice no matter what. Like it don't matter if it's a performance one or a $50,000 one.
Yeah,
They're all nice, and you can even get a Carrera for like $30K if you find a used one.
yeah,
Like you can, I don't know. I just want a 911 Turbo S. It don't gotta be a GT2 RS, 3 RS. I'd take a Turbo S. And even the older ones, like the one at the shop that was VR swapped, which no
Yeah.
one VR swaps. So, it's not like you're going to see that, but LS swap, cool. A few people have done that.
yeah. So love them or hate them, the Civics will not die. Like I hate their owners and what they do to
You
them.
can't hate Honda, dude.
You can't hate Honda.
You cannot. They are I don't know if I'd say the best engine manufacturer, but man,
In my opinion,
they have
their
one
whole,
of the best engine lineups ever.
yes, and even today, like the Civic SIs, they still are like for me or Type R's, they still hit like they look dope to me. Like they are still holding
Yeah,
up.
I mean, just the base Civic looks good. They've always done good about making even the base car, something anyone would like.
Yeah, and you gotta love them for.
I'd take a '90s Civic base if it was clean. Like I would love to have one.
Oh, I'd be looking for them. Trust me.
You can't hate it, like, and the engines, man. You can't. They're so reliable, and throw some boost at one, and it
yeah.
just eats. And they don't weigh nothing, so power to weight.
I don't know where you'd have it at, but
I got an A tier.
yeah.
Honda is like, how you beating Honda?
So do you know Takeda or
Not really. I think I've seen one time, but I don't really know.
a GMC? I would almost just put with Chevrolet, just because I mean
I would.
That's what they are. That's what they
They're a
are.
little nicer on the truck lineup, but that's about it.
Yeah. So Scion, I
I don't got enough experience with them. The TCs are like cool, I guess, but everyone I see is kind of like a fucking racer.
yeah. Put them down there. Just I mean Land Rover.
Land Rover, I don't know. I'm not a big Land Rover guy, but I have only worked on a few because obviously they had shared with Ford for a while.
Yeah.
So I worked on a few, but they seem reliable. I'll say that from what I've seen.
Okay.
Now I could be wrong, but they seem like they don't have many issues. They get like I remember one has a V6 supercharged, like a 3.6. It's like, yeah, it's a Ford 3.6. It's just a little different.
Okay.
Because if you look at the back of the old cap, it says Ford. I remember. But I mean they're cool. They're all right. The 3.6 obviously ain't the most reliable, but they're not bad. I don't know. I'd be hating on the EcoBoost a lot, but seems like if you do your maintenance, they're not too bad.
So maybe C or D.
I'd say B. They're kind of luxury,
Okay. I see.
But I wouldn't say they're like I'd rather have a Cadillac, man.
So Zuzu, I only know about the dirt bikes and stuff. So
I can't say enough. Fiat, I don't know about Fiat.
okay, fair enough.
Have you? I know like a few people who've owned them, but I really don't know.
I know they've got like a golf style car. That's about the only one that I know about that's Fiat. I don't know.
I don't know. It weird. It's Italian.
Yeah.
I think
Volvo.
they're Italian, ain't they?
Yeah. Volvo, I'm kind of in the same boat as Fiat. I just
I like Volvo.
okay.
They are almost Honda reliability, almost Toyota. They're B-tiered, man.
Okay.
And like the Volvo V70, give me one of them and let me diesel swap it or like LS swap it. Like I just love the Volvo wagons, dude. Why do they look so good?
I can get on board
I think
with
the
that.
inline 5. I think it's the inline 5. It might be inline 6. They're so reliable in those things for some reason.
I want to put Nissan with Honda because they have the same amount of reliability. I would almost put them higher just because of the GTR. My God, that's used to be my dream car.
GTR is nice, but the rest of their lineup, I'm like, VQ's reliable.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
but it don't
370Zs.
make power. And then you get like the fucking Ultimas and shit, and it's if you ain't got CVT issues, then you're usually fine.
Yeah.
It depends on which one you get. If you get the 2.8, you good.
So where have you got
No,
it?
the 3.8, my bad. I'd have it B tier, but I could see it A tier with the GTR for sure.
Got
It's
Audi.
GTR is like it should be a like GTR could be S tier, honestly.
Yeah, this like they've never been a bad one. It really
That
hasn't
that
been.
is aside from the early transmission issues that like they had that car nailed.
Yeah,
Like, it was dialed in.
it's always been uphill for them with the GTR. Audi, the only one I know about is the R8. I know a little bit about the.
V8 seems reliable because it's same as like the RS7. I love the RS7.
I almost
RS5, RS like all the Audis seem nice to me, honestly.
I almost bought a double T, but I didn't. I ended up getting my V6 Camaro.
Yeah,
I liked them.
TTs are cool when they're built, but stock,
Yeah, I don't really
I'd
care.
say A tier.
Yeah,
If you get the real performance lineup, it's pretty luxurious too.
Mini I'm
And
kind of
then,
like ugh.
I mean, yeah, I got Audi A tier all day, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, I like Audi. Mini, I've worked on one of the. I think it's supercharged. I don't think it's a turbo one. I worked on one of the Coopers that was supercharged. It was pretty cool, but I didn't like working on it. It seemed easy to work on, but what I was doing just made me mad, I guess. I don't know. It was aggravating.
So what's that or F tier?
What's that? It's really hard to put something in F tier. It's
Oh, I've got it reserved. I've got a spot reserved in F tier. Uh oh,
Mazda.
I'm the owners kill Mazda for me, but I just hate seeing them
What
riced out.
New Mazdas, man, kill me. And then obviously Miatas that are shit, I
Yeah,
really hate.
yeah,
But I love a good Miata,
but
and I love an RX-7.
oh yeah, RX-7. I hate RX-8s though.
Yeah, I mean, aside from those, like the Speed 3, the Speed 6, I don't know enough about them.
Yeah,
So, with what I know, B tier, but could be higher. Probably not, actually, but it could be lower.
I like that. What about Oldsmobile?
I don't know. See, they died out,
Yeah,
so yeah. Why get it over a Buick? I wouldn't even. If you're talking like old Cutlass, they're cool, but I'd want a Chevelle.
yeah.
I'd have it like B tier, or sorry, C tier maybe.
Uh,
We got Dodge.
yeah. I it's hard to put down because the Hellcat and the Demon made such enormous strides in their markets, but you also have to look at it to where I don't know what do you think about them?
As far as their V8 lineup, when it's not the 5.7, like I like the 5.7. I'm not as big on the 6.4 just because I know they don't hold power as well.
Yeah, why pay more
And
for something? Yeah,
they get gapped by SS or 5.0, so it's like why get a 392.
yeah,
But with that being said, I do like their cars. They are fun cars to drive. Like
you can't
we can
beat
all
like
hate on them being slow, but man, they look the best. And
they've got one of the
they,
best like supercharger wines too. Like they
yeah, I mean they ain't bad. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not a Dodge guy. I would pick them last, but I can't hate them. I like them. So I'd say B tier. I wouldn't.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Maybe C if you really don't like them, but I can't see that.
So what about Vetti Spaghetti?
So it's I don't know. If they had more stuff like the C7 ZR1 and C4 ZR1, I would really want them S tier, but they seem not quite able to climb S tier now. The new Z06 might be a little different on that.
Yeah, if it's a twin turbo like they're kind of talking like it's going to be, that's going to
Oh,
be
the
gnarly.
ZR1.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm thinking of the ZR1.
just the Z06 NA making stupid power for its displacement. NA too. Like I'm not talking about like a Coyote with boost making good
Yeah.
power for displacement. I'm talking about NA.
Those LTs, dude, they be doing work.
Just the LT5. You know that thing is wicked. Or not LT. Yeah, not LT5. LT6. My bad.
Definitely top
But
A tier for
LT5
me.
is something I wanted to mention too. Is C701 LT5. That is, I don't know why people talk so bad about it. Like, not talk bad about it, but like they underestimate it. That thing made way more than they advertised. It was not 750 until it was hot. It was more like 790, 800 wheel. Or not wheel, but crank. When it was cold, like when you had cold IETs.
Yeah.
That thing is stupid, man. I rode one. You know, I've had the experience.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is stupid fast. And braking, you know, I put brakes on it, so, you know, first thing we do is check them brakes out. The thing stops.
Definitely.
Yeah, so A tier all day.
Yeah.
Not quite Aston Martin for most, because, like, when you look at the past, the C5Zs, C6, I would have with an Aston Martin. Maybe not even above it, because the interior's not the best on C6, or even C7 as much as I do like it. They still could be better quality. Like Aston Martin has way better quality of interior parts.
Yeah. So whenever I think of DMC,
DeLorean.
I think of the DeLorean. I'm sure they made other vehicles, but you know, I'm not a big DeLorean fan, so
You know, you never see them unless they're at a car show.
yeah, and they're always got that stupid Back
And
to the Future build, and I hate it so
I
much.
know. I mean, the reason they died is that they were unreliable as hell. I'm pretty sure.
I just want to
I
see
can't remember what V6 it is, but I know that thing got issues.
I just want to see a DeLorean that hasn't been turned into a stupid Back to the Future car. Like, is that too much to ask?
No point owning it. One little dent makes you want to cry.
Yeah. So I mean,
What's this? I mean,
I mean, it's great and all, but I'm kind of like thinking D tier just because I just like I don't know. I'm just a really big hater of the DeLorean. I guess. It's
I
kinda
mean
what
that's
got me.
fine with me.
I mean, I would obviously. I don't even know. Smart cars looking pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Aflin Romero. I didn't know if you knew more about
What's
them.
that? I don't know
Okay.
enough. Some of the newer ones, like the cheaper ones, seem kind of unreliable. But you know, that's again just from me, from what I've kind of just seen other people say, and it could be wrong.
Yeah. Pontiac. I'm like,
And the one thing GM messed up on.
yeah, that's the reason why they don't make them anymore. That's all I got to say.
I can't put it A tier because Corvette will always rule over. But man, Pontiac, I got my eye on you. You know what I'm saying?
Cookie can vouch for the Grand Prix. You know, he drove the crap out of a Grand
Man,
Prix. A lot of our friends have G8s.
3.8 Grand Prix is unkillable. Like that thing is the 2JZ equivalent of like NA. Like you can't kill it. And GM's just like, hey, let's throw a supercharger on it for fun, M122 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's still the trans would go way before that engine ever would go.
So B tier?
Yeah.
A Bentley, I just don't really care.
A tier.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe S tier, you know, but it seems like they don't. You know, I'd say S tier actually. You never gonna own one. We don't.
Yeah.
We can almost say, what's that?
I didn't know if you were gonna have anything about American Motors. I don't know anything about them. Maybe you could ring a bell for me. Okay.
I don't know much about them either.
So this is my reservation for F tier, the Tesla.
Unless that's AMC. But that don't look like AMC's logo.
Nah.
I'll look up AMC just to make sure. AMC. Oh, that is AMC. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you got the
I
Javelin.
don't really know
you got
enough
the
about
Gremlin.
them, but I like them. I would say B tier. Yeah, I really like them actually.
Yeah, I
They're
mean, I got the
they're
Javelin
probably
and the
top of B
Gremlin.
tier. They are collector cars too.
That's like my favorite underrated car manufacturer, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Like that, if you
that
want,
that one that we see at LS Fest every year is just like I can't even believe that guy drives that thing around.
what is it? Is it the one with the big blower on it?
No, that white. It's like the
Oh
Roadrunner
yeah,
body.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah. I got you.
I can't remember what it's called. The AMC Rebel.
Yeah, yeah, the Rebel.
Yeah, that thing was cool. That's like the highest trim one too. I think whatever it was.
Tesla, I got an F all day, every day.
Wow.
I hate Tesla. Like that's all I see on my feed is like how terrible their interior is. Literally, like the panels,
No, I
like just
agree.
falling apart.
Interior is ass, but
The like them getting in their
they're the
car
only electric manufacturer that I like, though.
when it's like too cold. Their stupid door handles, like you can't get it open without beating the ice
They
sheet of
fixed
ice
that.
off. Oh well. And the windows that they're supposed to be indestructible and immediately threw a ball through on stage and embarrassed Elon Musk. I hate Tesla.
You know why they fixed that?
God, I hate Tesla.
Why do you hate them? Like they fixed that. You know why? Because they didn't test hitting the door panel first, which caused the metal to
Why would
dig
they
in
not
and hit
test
the
that?
glass. Because they just didn't, but they did then.
I don't
That's
know.
part of it.
I will say it's cool that their key is like
Did you not see where they took a Tommy gun to that bitch?
no.
It
Say,
just 845, dude, and the glass was like, nah, nothing. Or the door, my bad. The door literally was like, yeah, no penetrations.
I do like how their key fob is the car. That
You
is
see
really
how the
cool.
Cybertruck was towing a 911 down the track and still outran it down the track?
Did the
Another
Cybertruck
911?
did the Cybertruck ever take off?
Yeah, have you not seen the ads for it, dude? That thing
Uh-uh.
is insane. Outtows the F-350 too.
I don't know where you got
Nah,
Tesla.
we'll see testing, because this is all advertisement. But I got them A tier.
You're crazy.
Aside from the interior, that man, they are, good cars. Like, think about it from like the perspective of if there's an issue with your car, they can update it. Like,
They can update it.
yeah, I mean, it's not like BMW charging for heated seats. Like, it's all free. Oh, you got a major issue like door handles freezing? Well, guess what? They don't even gotta. They just gotta reprogram your car, and I think it can automatically update on its own. So, you literally get free patches for shit that no one would expect.
Understandable.
I think there's a lot to be learned from Tesla as a company.
I don't know. I think I just get irritated at Elon Musk because I can't get on Twitter anymore because like I had to block him because I wasn't even following him and I just see his posts all day.
I mean, I don't care about Twitter, so that's not. It's nothing to do with Tesla either. So.
Yeah. Got the Acura. Whenever I think of Acura, I immediately think of the Type R. I think
Right
that's
up there with the
where
Honda.
everybody goes.
It's literally Honda, but maybe a little more nicer.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You've worked on Fords directly. I'm sure you have something to say about.
See, Ford's a hard one for me because I could almost put an A tier just because of the GT
Yeah,
and the GT 500. The Focus ST, people be hating on them, but I would own an ST. I'd definitely own an RS. Fiesta junk, Focus base junk. Taurus, I'm not big on either. The show, ooh, it's an EcoBoost, all drive.
what about the Explorers?
Junk. I wouldn't. Maybe not junk, but they're all right if you maintain them. I'm not gonna say they're junk because, they ain't bad. The EcoBoost ain't bad. I can't hate on it too much.
You've had your hands on just about every model of Ford, that was during your timeline at Ford.
I definitely wouldn't say I've had my hands on every one,
Well, yeah,
but
good majority.
I've worked on a lot of them.
Yeah.
I've not done major work on all of them, but I've seen a lot. So I've looked around. When I had free time, I'd go around text and ask them, about what they're doing, why it's failing, or
Yeah.
I tried to learn.
Where do you have Ford at?
For not counting the GT B tier.
Same with all the rest of the domestics.
Can't put it. Yeah, can't put it over. They're all really close for me. Like I'm pretty biased towards Chevy, but I really couldn't put Chevy over Ford or Ford over Chevy.
Yeah. So Lincoln, you seem
Lincoln.
to have something to say.
Oh, I do, but it might be a little bit with the owners.
Huh, okay.
Some of them just really think that they're like the shit because they drive an MKZ and they go to like Applebee's on Saturday and they park their Lincoln out front. And get out of here, man. Nah, but for real, do have really nice interiors, just like Cadillac. The engine lineup I'm not as fond of though, but I got an A tier still. They have some like, don't get me wrong, like a Navigator decked out, man. That I would definitely ain't turning it down.
Yeah. A Kia is just
Nah,
kind of whatever. They make reliable cars.
huh?
I mean, like their commuter cars, they're
F
fairly
tier.
Oh, really? What you got against Kia?
F tier. I don't like Kia at all, dude.
I don't really have anything against them.
Kia Optima, hello, ticking time bomb.
Oh yeah, my mother-in-law had a Sorrento, and she
Dude,
never had any problems out of hers.
it seems like every one of the. I almost could put Hyundai in F tier too. Like, Hyundai and Kia are my two least favorite. They just be having some really shit models.
Yeah. Well,
Hummer, I can't say.
yeah, they're cool, but
I have worked on one. I worked on a few H3s. 5.3. Yeah. Whatever.
what about Jaguar?
Yeah, we got an OG Hummer, but I don't think that's Hummer brand.
I'd rather have that over any of the other Hummers. It's gonna drink gas regardless
Yeah.
which one you own. You might as well own the cool one.
Might as well throw a diesel in it,
Yeah.
Jaguar, I don't know enough about really, but if I were to, obviously it's luxury. It's luxury performance.
Yeah.
Some nice cars. I would definitely have an A tier if I had it anywhere.
Oh, why not? Infinity, I hate just for the freaking cute, whatever it is, the 350Z equivalent that they ruin.
I really don't, they're luxury. I'm not too big of an Infinity guy, but they do have some pretty nice luxury cars in their lineup.
Yeah, if you don't consider the 350Z version of the Infinity, I guess they do have some pretty nice lineup.
I'd say B tier. I can't put it over Nissan though.
Yeah. So, man, what is this brand? It's like slipping my mind.
Buick.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is Buick. I don't.
Fuck Buick, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Fuck Buick. Why did they take Pontiac over Buick? Or Buick over Pontiac? Pontiac should have lived for Buick to die. And then Pagani, don't know.
Yeah, I was tempted on putting that
What do you
one.
want me to say about it? I don't.
What a marathon of this. I kind of
Yeah.
thought about breaking it in two parts, but we were really steaming through them towards the end there.
I was trying to get her done.
You're done. So with that being,
Some of them first, like in the middle, I had to mention what I liked about them.
yeah, of course. All right, with that being said, we'll throw it to a break and we'll go over to our gaming topic. So it's pretty topical for us because it's kind of what we've been playing a lot lately is some Wreckfest. So we have the Wreckfest cars here to rate. And I want you to note that there's a special category at the bottom for hate because of the drivers. So keep that in note going forward because there will be some cars in there. With that being said, I guess I'll probably need a lot of your help with, because you've really driven a lot of these. I've driven, maybe
I've pretty
a
much
third.
driven all of the cars except for a few.
So the Bandit.
Bandit Ripper, it's not bad. It's a DLC car. Where would I put it though? I would have it like with the Cardinal, but honestly, when you load the Cardinal up in armor, I'd rather have it over the Bandit.
Well, let's talk about how you would have it set up. I guess would kind of be the best way of doing this.
That's a car I choose for just. See, it's trying to be two things at once is where it fails for me. It's trying to be fast, and it's trying to wreck, and that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to be like a race car almost.
Right.
And it's not, because it don't handle like one. So I got it more like C tier. Because it don't wreck that good either, really, over a Crown Vic or even a step van, which is faster.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, not bad. It's fun to play. If you like the way it looks, and hey, I mean, play it.
Yeah.
No cars are really like See, even the car in like D tier, I could still run and do good with because it's Wreckfest. You can
Right.
use whatever you want.
The battle bus, it seems like it would be the perfect fit in hate because of the drivers, but it is fun to
I
play the
don't
battle
hate it.
bus. Yeah,
You know what? If you see, you know.
yeah.
Like, you can't be mad. Like,
You already know what
I
he's
think
up
it's
to.
fun when even when one's going backwards, one or two, I can even enjoy that trying to dodge them. But when they get out of hand, man, it's like I hate them.
Yeah, there's like 7 in
But
one lobby in a Discord
I'd
server.
say S tier, honestly. It is so fun. It is one of the funnest vehicles to play.
The big rig,
Big rig.
they're just too slow for me.
What do you mean? That thing is pretty fast.
Yeah, I guess they do kind of boogie,
It's
but
a lot faster than a battle bus, and it packs some punch too.
its cornering though is terrible because how big it is.
Yeah, it's better than the bus, but um, it kind of wants to be the bus and fast, but it don't take much to mess one up from the side.
Yeah,
Same for the bus too, but I'm not as big on it. I would much rather put it in like B tier.
Oop.
If you like it though, I mean, I understand why you like it. It is a fun thing to. It's just not for me though. I'd rather
yeah.
have the bus over it.
I do like the blade a lot. I don't think I like it to put it in A or B or in A or S tier. Maybe B tier for
Yeah,
me. I
yeah,
like
B
it.
tier for me.
It's a good race car.
It could be pretty fast.
I've been getting pretty accustomed to it. So the boomer.
Boomer
Okay,
RS.
yeah. Okay, so there's a boomer and a boomer RS.
Boomer RS is one of the best cars in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'd say at least A tier if you're trying to go fast. Like maybe S tier when we're talking about just race.
okay.
But no, I got an A tier just because we gotta consider wreck. And man, if anyone's armored up, you better hope you're ahead.
So are we gonna put the boomer and the boomer RS together? Are they kind of
No,
same?
the Boomer's not nearly as fast, I believe.
Okay.
So I mean, why use it over the RS? I would just say D tier.
I don't see many of the buggies running around, honestly.
Yeah, I might have used it once. It's D or C tier. Yeah, I'd say D tier. I have it over the Boomer or Boomer RS.
The Bugzilla is the first one I want to put in hate because of the drivers, because these drivers just like they take issue
Yeah,
with everybody.
it's a fun car to drive though if you haven't drove it.
I know you've got that one that you used to drive it all the time.
I mean, it's fun just to wreck people with. It is really good because of those tires,
Yeah, it just drives over everything.
but it can be annoying too.
The Bulldog, you don't know much about.
B tier, maybe. Yeah, it's all right. Maybe C tier, honestly.
Okay, I'm all down.
It's hard to put it. Yeah, I wouldn't put it with the Blade,
Yeah,
but it
true.
honestly might not be too bad compared to it.
The Bullet, maybe it's the Dodge Charger.
Yeah, Bullet. Yeah. Yeah, I've used it once or twice. So I'm not too big on it. It don't seem like it handles good.
Okay, it is kind of blocky. I don't imagine it corners well.
It's all right straight line, I think, but Speedbird's gonna walk it.
Yeah.
So C tier. You know why you like it if you like it. It's no hate.
So is
Yeah.
there a difference between the bumper car TL and I mean obviously there's a
I
huge
have
power
zero
difference.
clue. I have zero clue.
Okay.
I'd almost just say F tier.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
because
a gag car.
you're gonna die. It's just like the couch if it's on here. I see the porta
Man, we
potty
got
is.
the Crown Vic.
Yeah, you be balling in that thing. That's for sure.
I almost want to put it A tier. Like,
I'm down for that. I
but
mean, it handles well.
It's B. It's B, I think. I don't think it's a. Nah, it's A tier.
It takes a hit and races, and it gives hits. Like it's just all around. It's the
not bad.
daily.
It's not fast. Like,
No, but it
I don't
handles
armor
well.
my Speedbird because I like to just purely race when I use it. But
If you,
it's heavy. Don't get me wrong. It's slow when you really got it armored up. It's slow, but not slow. But man, it just doesn't do. It don't do enough. A bullet, anything that's decently fast is gonna pass it.
yeah.
But if you don't let it pass, man, you gonna wreck.
But what about the Dominator?
D tier. I never used it, but I never seen anyone using it. It's got to be not that good.
Yeah. What about the Doom rig? It seems like just the big rig, but like maybe DLC.
Yeah, it's a reward, I think. I never even noticed it was different. I'm actually gonna launch Wreckfest to make sure, but I would just put it right with the big rig.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
think
what I
it's
was
literally
doing.
just a skin, but I may be wrong. I don't know.
Until that, so we got the double decker. I've got a build of the double decker, but I never did really use it that much. It seems top
I
heavy.
don't ever use it.
Yeah,
Obviously it's not good.
yeah, kind of. I mean, F tier might as well just be a gag car spot.
Yeah, I mean, you know why it's an F tier, not because it's necessarily I hate it. It's just why use it.
What about the drag slayer?
Pretty fast. I don't it's faster than a speedbird straight line though. It might be close, but it don't corner too good, so why would you want it over the speedbird or even the blade in that regard? Because cornering really
That's important.
people cornering is just as fast of a time in your lab. It's more important than the straight line.
Yeah, it's way
Straight
important.
line anyone can do.
Dude, if you get caught in a
Turning
corner
is all of
slow,
your time.
yeah. Plus, if you get caught in a corner slow, that's a corner bomb. Like, and getting out of the corner is most of the time the most best way to pick up places. Everybody gets caught up in the
It's like
corners.
a drag tar when you take a corner too fast. It just slides.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad, honestly. I'd almost say take it to D tier just because it's cool if that's what you like, but
yeah.
I can't take it serious.
So the
The
Matador.
El Camino
Yeah, I never see
C
anybody
tier.
use it. Yeah,
I've seen people use it every now and then. It's El Camino, man.
what about the Firefly?
Junk. D
Yeah.
tier.
Uh,
Gatecrasher is
yeah.
better than people think. I'd say A tier
Jeez.
for like when you do, or my bad, B tier, B tier
Okay.
with the crown or the blade. Like it's as fast as the blade.
So is this the Gorby or the?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gorby, I think.
Okay.
I never really used it, but
It's got a really
I
low
think
rating.
I think it's decently fast, but I'd say C tier.
Grand Duke.
Grand Duke. See that one is decent, I think. I see people using it. I think it's pretty good for like RAM builds, so I would say B tier on that.
The
Would you
Gremlin.
agree? You ever see it?
I've like you said, I've seen people use it a lot. So that's enough to tell me that it's halfway decent, and B tier kind of seems like that's where that place is ending up being.
I just bought the Doom rig, so I'll tell you if it's different.
Okay. What about the Gremlin? It seems really
I'd say
low.
D tier too.
The
So the Doom rig has. Oh, let me make sure my tune's the same, so I can make sure the stats are.
Going off the screenshots, the Doom rig has like almost 100 less rating than the big rig, which I'm sure it's because it's got way more armor. Just judging by the photos.
You can't upgrade it.
Okay, maybe
Can
it
change the paint.
might come factory with more armor, kind of like the ice cream truck.
I don't know. It does look cool. It might just be more like oriented.
But the rating is different. It's got it. There's something else.
Well, all
Different.
the ratings on these cars. Look at the blade rating. You think it's a 177?
Yeah, true. So the Hammerhead RS you be driving.
Yeah, that thing is A tier, if not. I would say S tier, actually. It is pure race car. And you can maybe argue, not the Hammerhead. No way.
Hammerhead. What did I say?
The RS, not the Hammerhead.
Oh,
The
okay.
Hammerhead.
So the
The
Hammerhead,
Hammerhead is like
completely different.
C tier.
Okay.
You can maybe say B tier, but I wouldn't use it over what I got in B tier.
I got Harvester's gag car.
Yeah, I do too. It's not even good at what it does compared to others.
I've built a hearse before, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the War Wagon.
I never used it.
Yeah, maybe D tier. The Hornet.
Man, the Doom rig has a really low top speed with full on gear ratio. It's 6.2.
Jeez. What about the Hornet here?
I think D tier as well. I never used it.
Got a low rating, that's for sure. The Hot Shot.
Sorry, my eye.
No, you're good.
B tier?
D or C?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, D tier. But I've seen people use it. I don't know. It could maybe. Hunter Panther is a hard one.
It's got a high
I would,
rating.
yeah, I would say A tier. It is pretty popular for speedrun.
I think I see you. Have you ever drove the Killer Bee? I feel like I've seen you drive it before.
The S, not the Killer
Okay.
B. Killer B is pretty fast, but it's B tier for me. It's not A tier.
Okay. So I guess that would just make that D. That's the regular
Yeah,
base.
there's a lot of cars that you'll see that just fit in that category.
What about the Killer Pig?
I never used it.
Yeah, I think it's the skin of a different car, so we're just putting gag, I guess. So what is
So it's
this?
got
Limo?
the top speed on the the
Doom Rig?
Doom Rig is 6.2, the other one is 7.9. So it's not even got full top speed on the other one. So I think it's more armored is the thing, so I'm actually gonna try it out.
Okay.
I think it's more armored, so it might be kind of like a battle bus almost.
Yeah.
Its strength is only 5.5 though. Oh, the battle bus is too. So yeah, it might be actually tougher than I think.
Hmm. Uh, the limo is just like, it might as well be a gag car.
Yeah, I would say it's actually more like C tier.
Dang, okay.
Dude, it hit hard. I remember weight is like a thing on this game.
Yeah.
Little Thrasher, I never use it. I see people in it, but it don't seem good.
Yeah, it's like
C tier at best.
terrible rating on it. The motorhome?
Motorhome, if you're trying to have fun and wreck, the motorhome can be pretty good. But I would still not have it in B tier, honestly. I'd rather have the Doom Rig. And I haven't even used it yet, but I know rather have the Doom Rig.
So
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna let you speak on this.
the mud digger, you know, it's I don't see as many.
Do my truck wrong.
I don't see very many people drive the mud digger, as opposed to the war digger.
Do my C10 dirty.
I mean, I don't. I've never drove it. Actually, I think I have drove it before. It is fun. It gets around. I would put it in C tier.
Fair enough, yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be setting no record times, but it does hold up in the race. You probably have a better chance of finishing the race than you would in some of these other cars. The Nexus RX.
I have that A tier.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
And people who know how to drive really can set lap times in that thing.
I see some people driving the Outlaw, but it seems to have the same problem that all the drag cars on this list have. They just do great straight line, but corner they're lacking.
That corner's decent. It's not too fast though. It's kind of like any other C tier car for that matter.
Yeah, I put it top of C.
I think that's just the Panther R, so I don't think it's the Hunter Panther or nothing like that. So I don't think it's as good.
Okay.
I think it's decently fast, so I would say C tier.
Pocket Rocket. That's a gag car.
S tier.
Really? Okay.
Everyone loves Pocket Rocket.
What about the Raiden RS? Don't know
A
anything
tier
about this
for
car.
sure.
The Hammer RS and the Hammer.
I'd say B tier.
Okay. What about its counterpart?
It's pretty decent. Uh, yeah, D tier, C tier, it don't matter. It's not.
So the Raven.
Oh, the Raven. That's like. It's not super fast, but it's just fun and it make good turbo noises.
Is it A tier fast?
I'd put it with a blade.
Okay.
Where I'd put it. The B tier.
The Razor.
Skyline. That thing is not fast though. It drifts good, but man, it is not fast.
Okay, where you got it at?
B tier.
Man, I can't. Is Bell Rat maybe?
Rebel Rat.
Rebel Rat. Okay.
I don't know about it. I honestly don't know.
Okay. So
It's decently fast, is what I know. Like it's top speed. I modded one. I never use it though. Got a good top speed.
I mean,
I could say A tier, B tier. I guess B tier since we just don't know.
yeah. So I don't.
Road cutter.
Okay, a road cutter.
I'd say B tier.
Road cutter GT.
Road Slayer
Oh,
GT.
Road Slayer. Okay, and then the Road Slayer.
I'd put that A tier. That was my OG like race car on here. I almost like it a little more than the Speedbird. It handled a little better. Road Slayer B tier.
So I don't. This one doesn't have a name with it.
Rocket
So,
RX.
okay.
A tier. It's
And
a reward car.
then you got the Rocket, the regular Rocket.
I mean, the starter car
Okay.
is decent, you know.
Maybe C tier, D.
Yeah, C or B, honestly.
But the Sandstorm, the Dune Buggy, I see
Never
something
use
about
that thing. I don't know why you would. Like, it just screams to me I'm weak.
it. Okay.
Hi. And slow. Like, it's not that fast.
I don't hate the school bus,
School
but I got
bus?
it in
Nah,
F
I hate it. I hate school bus.
tier. Okay. They're
Battle
so
bus,
annoying.
I don't like. I can deal with a battle bus, but a school bus, you just gonna park sideways in front of a ramp. Oh, you gonna park sideways blocking a whole intersection.
Tell me how that makes the game fun.
It's just annoying. I get it, but
And even their corpse
Speedbird.
is still in the way. Yeah, Speedbird.
A tiered.
I think everybody has a Speedbird build on here.
Everyone uses a Speedbird.
What about the Speed Demon?
I say A tier as well.
The Speedy, I know you have.
Yeah, I got one mod. It's fast, but it's really light. It's hard to use. So B tier. Like it's not as fast as like the Boomer RS or nothing. I think so.
I don't know about this car, the War
RB's
Beast.
SS. I don't have it.
Okay. I guess F.
I would
with
say
the
A
cars.
tier if it was from what
Okay.
I've seen. Like it's fast.
The War Beast.
RB's non-SS. I'd say B tier is pretty fast for what it is.
The Stellar.
Don't really know. I'd say just C tier.
So Step Van's what we've been having a lot of fun with here lately.
A tier all day.
They're so fast for what it is.
It's
like a
just a
wrecking
fun
ball.
car. It's just fun. It does so much damage, and it's decently fast.
Yeah. What about the stock car?
Stock car, I think, is really fun, but again, screams I'm weak,
Okay.
and it's fast enough, but it needs a little more top speed. So I would say B tier.
Oh, okay.
It's fun though. I enjoy driving it.
The Sunrise
Sunrise
Super.
Super A tier.
The
Super Venom is top of S tier.
Jeez.
Best car in the game.
The Super Van.
That's gag car.
Okay.
3-wheeler.
The Sweeper.
Sweeper, I don't know. C tier. TriStar, I never see anyone in. That's gotta be a D tier. Same thing for Trooper.
Trooper,
Who
yeah.
uses the Jeep on here?
Nobody.
Trophy Runner? I see some people using Trophy Runner, but
They're never doing
It-
good.
it
They're
don't
always getting
seem
wrecked.
good. I'd say C tier or D tier.
The Van, I don't ever see anybody driving it either.
Nah, I bet it packs a decent punch though. I bet it's a little underrated.
Yeah, maybe C tier.
You know
What
what they don't got on here?
What?
The Speedbird GT.
Is that King car for you? Is that top S tier?
No, Super Venom is number one. Speedbird GT is number two.
The Venom though.
The Venom is A tier all day. The Venom is so good.
That's fast.
Corners really good too, just like Super Venom.
So War Digger's literally why I made this category, by the way.
Yeah.
Like they are literally the worst people in the game.
But on the complete other hand,
Yeah, the War Wagon. Like in our case, the War Wagon is the justice bringer. Like if I know,
it will sentence you to punishment.
if I know,
Almighty punishment.
if I see you wronging somebody, I'm gonna be the judge and I'm gonna punish you. I'm putting it at S tier.
Yeah.
I put it over the bus. I'd put it over everything, but I'm not big on driving fast, so we got the Wild King. Is that
I'd
right?
say B tier. I don't know enough. I know it's decently fast, but like I don't know if it corners good.
Got the Bel Air, the Wingman.
I'd never see anyone in that
I've
thing.
never seen anybody in it either.
F tier.
F
Let's go
tier,
over
why
this
not?
one time just to make sure I don't have anything I kind of want to change. Scroll up for me, sir. Because A tier, I might have a few changes. I guess with no Speedbird GTE, the Speedbird would still be S tier for me.
Okay.
Even the regular one would be S tier. And the Venom would be there with it too.
I like
Just
the Venom a
there could
lot.
be there could be a S plus, honestly.
Yeah.
Sunrise Super is good. Boomer RS is pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
He likes it.
I rate it 10 out of 10.
So this has been a dang marathon. I guess I'll go ahead and group the outro into this so I don't have to make an extra clip. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I guess be ready for our next episode. It'll be our last episode going into PRI, so we will definitely be talking about that and maybe something else to fill in time. You know how it goes.
No, B.
So with that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next one.